Hello, everyone, and welcome back to The Revelator. I would like to share with you all today a personal experience that I had. Those of you that have read the little bio section that tells you a little bit about this channel, and those of you that may have listened to some of the lectures that are here on this channel are aware that I am in the midst of a spiritual awakening. There have been unnumbered truly miraculous, supernatural events that I've experienced. It's my hope that by sharing with you some of these experiences, it will better help you understand what a true spiritual awakening is, as well as give you a basic, let's say, guideline, if you will, of some of the things that could possibly happen to you along the way. Maybe some of the things I speak about is relatable to some of you out there, and if it is, please feel free to share your experiences in your comments below. I know I've read and heard about a lot of people questioning whether or not there's anyone that has actually experienced the events and phenomena that Neville Goddard speaks about, and I attest, and I can tell you that I have. So the answer to that question is a definitive, and yes, I can definitely say definitive, yes. First, let me say that this experience involves a very dear friend of mine that I love so very much. She is a feisty, smart, strong, itty-bitty, yet mighty 75-year-old superwoman. I love her so much. And I did speak with her and get her permission before sharing this experience. Out of respect and love for her, I never would have shared it otherwise. This, for me, was the second time that I'd heard the audible voice of God. Because it had happened once before, I was not as caught, let's say for lack of a better word, caught off guard or caught by surprise when it happened this time. The first time it definitely did jar me a bit. This time I more knew what was going on and what I was experiencing in that moment. As I've said before, when I am speaking to you all and sharing things of this nature, things that I've personally experienced, I'm not going to do a great deal of editing. Not that I'm some sort of expert in editing anyway, but I won't do a great deal of editing when it comes to things of that nature. And looking back on this, I can tell you that the day of this initial encounter was on a Monday. Being empath, other empaths could tell you, even someone that's not an empath may be this way, but I like to be out in nature. I like to go for drives, and there's this particular place in my town that I go to drive, just to clear my head, just to be outdoors, just to experience nature. And that's what I was doing this particular day, and I know that it was on a Monday, and I was driving and I heard clear as day. I'm wide awake, just as awake as I am right now speaking to you, and I hear Jeff is going to die, and it came just as clear as that. And I was a bit surprised, and I thought, what? And I hear it again, Jeff is going to die. And in the moment, I got onto myself thinking, why are you thinking about Jeff? So Jeff is my friend's only son. I had actually met Jeff only one time ever, even all the years that I've been friends with this person. I've only met Jeff one time. He and I and her went to lunch, and that was the first time I'd ever been in his presence. So I was just thinking, why are you even thinking about Jeff anyway? Why did that just pop into your head? Why are you thinking about Jeff? I'm sure Jeff is perfectly fine. And so it came again, Jeff is going to die. And then the question came, well, what if Jeff does die? And I thought, well, my friend is going to be absolutely devastated. She not too long lost her spouse, and this is her absolute only son, and I know how much she loves him. So I pondered on that for a little bit, and then I kind of put it out of my head. Fast forward to the following Sunday. And I know this was a Sunday because I'd just gotten out of church, and I was going to go straight home. Then I thought I'll go for a little drive before I go home. So I went to the same place that I love to go to, and I was driving when my phone rang, and my phone was on the seat next to me, so I didn't get it immediately when it rang. It was underneath my purse and whatever else on the passenger seat beside me. And so when I did get the phone, I saw that it was my friend that called, and I called her back, and she asked me, did you get my message? And I told her, no, I just saw that you called and I missed it, so I called you right back. And my friend tells me Jeff died. And I am in utter disbelief. So she and I speak on the phone for a little bit, and then I get off the phone with her, and I continue driving. And I realized after I got off the phone with her that I was in the exact same place in my drive when I heard the Monday prior, Jeff is going to die, that I was when she called me and told me that Jeff died. He had died several days prior. That happened on a Wednesday, so that means that 2 days before he died, I got told that he was going to die. And what do you even do with that information when you get something like that? This has since happened to me 2 other times. This is the only time that it's happened to where I was just like wide awake and in the moment. But I didn't tell her about this for a long time because I was afraid to tell her. I didn't want her to be angry with me or upset with me, or maybe say, well, why didn't you say anything, or why didn't you tell me? But how do you tell anybody anything like that? There's no way to say, I was driving and I heard that your son's going to die. There's no way for you to bring that up to someone, and you'll sound like a lunatic. You can't logically say anything like that. And I don't know that I was given the information in the first place because it was something that I was supposed to tell her or share with her. This was a test for me in a way, and a lesson for me on learning to trust the things that I hear and the things that I'm told, and to know that yes, you are hearing from God, and yes, these things are true and they are real. So I feel like for me, that was a big lesson in this for me. But just to let you all know, supernatural and absolutely mind-blowing things like this could possibly happen to you. And since then, this has happened 2 other times, and both the other times were in dreams, and I will share those experiences with you here as well. But I just want you to know that possibly when you're in the midst of a spiritual awakening, you can get information on people, things, and events prior to them actually happening. So some people call that being clairvoyant or clairaudient, and you needn't be afraid of those words. It's a gift, and I didn't exactly know what to do with it before or how to handle it. But having been going through this to date, it's been 6.5 years since this awakening started. I know better how to handle it. So, anyone out there listening, have you ever had any experiences where you got told or shown of someone's death or that they were going to pass before it happened? If you have, I'd like for you to comment that below. I'd like for everyone to drop a double heart down below for Jeff and a triple heart down below for my dear friend. Thank you all for listening, and until next time,